Clutch Trucker is filmed before a live and very, very furry studio audience. Look at how furry he is. Anyway, yes, so the point of this opening is Rusty's actually going to get groomed today. He doesn't know it yet. But, yeah, this load I'm on doesn't deliver till Pittsburgh till tomorrow. It's now Tuesday, the 26th. I was down in Glendale, Kentucky, and wasted time there, so I got the tires done Sunday night, got a shower, I did laundry, wasted about as much time as I could, and then early this morning started going online looking around to see if there was any PetSmart anywhere along the way between where I was and where I deliver that I might be able to get Rusty in. And after about an hour of looking, bang, we found one right here in Dublin, Ohio is where we are. It's part of the Columbus area. Found a PetSmart. It's got an opening this morning at 9 o'clock, so Rusty's getting groomed. So I thought we'd have to do the whole before picture so you can see how he looks. Rusty, can we get a full body shot here? See? There you go. See, furry dog. Look at the camera. See? Yeah, he's a mess. So, we're going to get him groomed. Yay! Ah yes, and now through the magic of editing, there's Rusty, the groomed and clean dog. He looks so much better, doesn't he? He's a purty dog. He's a purty one. Let's get that close up, Rusty. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. There you go. Alright, so you see, all nice and trimmed all around. You got the tail all, he's tucking it behind him now, but all trimmed and fluffy. Yep, much better looking dog. Now, if I can do something about my hair, that'd be pretty good. But yeah, so we got to that PetSmart there. I actually got there about an hour early. Had to wait for him to open. And then, of course, you know, had to have the mask on going inside and still the social distancing thing. They only let one, as they say, one pet family at a time into the actual grooming area. And they only have 3 groomers on hand, where normally they'd have up to 6, but of course they have to limit that because of the social distancing. That's why it's so hard right now to get a grooming appointment now that they've opened these back up even. I just really lucked out to get him groomed this morning, and look at how good they did around his face and everything. Last time they left a lot of extra fur around the face, so then when he would eat his food and it would get all stuck in there, but they did a great job. So the only thing I complain about is it took 6 hours. Dropped him off at 9, and apparently he was done like almost 3 hours before they called me. And they said, well, we texted you. I'm like, yeah, I didn't get a text. So you have to call me. Oh, well, can you be on your way? I'm like, yeah, I've been sitting out here in the parking lot in front the whole time. So yeah, I'll be right there. So anyway, went over and picked him up. Then I had to wait because there was a pet family inside checking in a dog. So I just had to wait just to go in to get my receipt so I could go back out and pay at the register to go back in and pick up the dog. But then I got him I always get him a treat of something, and I got him a new little squeaky toy. I'll show you the picture of that. I thought that little bee looked cute. It reminds me of, if you've ever seen Best in Show, where's the busy bee? He needs his busy bee! Does this look like a bee? Anyway. So, yeah, and then I tried to take some video once we got parked here in Wheeling. Well, it's the Wheeling, West Virginia, TA. They call it Wheeling. It's really Valley Grove. So as I took him out, tried to take some video so you can see him actually bouncing around and see how good they did on the grooming there at PetSmart. Not a bad job at all. So here's some bouncing dog video. Rusty! You ever notice it's not until they pee or poop, that's when they look right at you? Look, Dad, I'm peeing. You go. I'm trying to get some video of you. And how nicely groomed you are. Come on. No. So yeah, that was a good way overall to take advantage of the extra time I had on this load, since they gave me almost 3.5 days to do a load that should only take a day and a half to 2 at most. I thought, well, yeah, I got the new trailer tires on. Watch my previous video all about the trailer tires and the recaps. I even showed them mounting and dismounting them off a wheel, so that's kind of interesting. Got a shower, got laundry done. I was able to look up to get Rusty groomed, so you got to take advantage of your time the best way you can when you're out here driving. And now, something just for my Showtime viewers. And the shark bites with its teeth, dear, and it shows you pearly whites. Oh, the shark bites with its teeth, dear, and it's cut. I'm sure there's only one person in the world who gets that reference, and that's my wife. At least she's probably laughing. All right, but what I do want to do is show you some other dash cam stuff I got. Driving into Cincinnati early this morning before dawn, got some great dash cam of coming in across the bridge over the river there and through the woods to grandmother's house. No. Into downtown Cincinnati, and great shots of going right by downtown. You can see some of the buildings. So let's look at that. Okay, here we are still on the Kentucky side. Elizabeth, Kentucky is the biggest town on that side. Really cool looking hotel right there. That's the Radisson. As you're about to cross the river and make your way into Ohio and the main Cincinnati area. Cincinnati metro area, of course, is right on the river, so a lot of it is in Kentucky. So here we are on the lower deck of the bridge. It's I-71 and I-75 combined at this point that cross the river and go into Ohio. Now, normally this would be, even this time of the morning, really, really backed up, but because of the COVID-19 thing, still not so bad. Early dawn this morning, trying to make our way into Ohio. If you look to the right there, through the girders, you can see downtown Cincinnati. Pretty cool looking downtown, actually, as you come down the hill from Kentucky and cross, and keep looking to the right there. You can see all the buildings. They light them up pretty neat at night, and this being kind of pre-dawn, as you can see, the sun hasn't come up yet, lights just kind of coming up. The buildings are all still lit up. Now if you look there to the right, you can see for some reason it's lit up. There's the Bengals football stadium. So I think that's pretty cool. And as we go a little bit further on here, as we make our way by downtown, kind of right there at Riverfront, you can see some of the buildings. And off there in the distance, that tallest one that we're going to be coming up on, the top of it's all lit up really neat. They light up their buildings kind of cool in Cincinnati, which is kind of interesting. Now you're getting a real good shot of that building right there as we kind of make our way under these underpasses that link the riverfront with the rest of the downtown area. Then as we keep going, I think even to the right up here, you can see a little bit of the Reds baseball stadium. Right there, you can see the light towers there on the right. They have both of their stadiums right there off the river in the Cincinnati area. Then you kind of make your way over this bridge, and what's cool is then we take a tunnel underneath the rest of the downtown area to get to the other side, and here comes the tunnel. I think that's pretty cool. So normally, like I say, the traffic would be insane, but early this morning it wasn't too bad at all. Yeah, then as always, there's always assholes out here. Another ass wagon had to cut me off, shoot over in front of me when I'm going damn near 70 miles an hour on the 270 loop around Columbus, and he just came onto the highway and had to jump in front of me. As I always say, it looks like he's further away in the video than he actually was, because the dash cam's got a real wide angle lens, so it makes everything stretched out. But jumped over right in front of me, had to hit the brakes and blew the air horn, and clueless. Beep! What a and finally, if you've never driven an I-70 through Wheeling, West Virginia, if you don't take the 470 bypass, I like to go down through 70 because there's less ups and downs. And you go over this pretty cool looking bridge and through the Wheeling, West Virginia tunnel, which is neat. So let's look at that video. Now, as you can see, they're doing all sorts of construction. Whoop, we just went under the West Virginia sign as we just crossed into West Virginia. And then they're doing, like I say, a lot of construction here. They're doing half of this bridge you see coming up. You can see the green girders as we're making our way up to it. It's a pretty cool looking bridge, kind of a gable suspension bridge that we're about to go onto here as we cross the river, making our way officially into West Virginia, into that little panhandle there where wheeling exists. It's a pretty cool looking bridge. Then as we come out the other side of the bridge, then we drop down a little bit, and you see that big mountain in front of us. Then we go through the Wheeling, West Virginia mountain tunnel, and we're about to drop into that. So again, that's something else that's kind of cool. Whenever I've had the kids with me, I've always taken this route instead of the 470 route around it, because I think the tunnel's pretty cool. So here's the tunnel. And then you come out the other side up here, and they're doing all kinds of bridge construction work around the Wheeling, West Virginia area. And you can see as we come out, you'll see some a lot of tarps draped around the bridge and everything as they're redoing some of that stuff. So look up ahead here, and you'll see that here in just a moment. Yep, see they're moving us over to the right, and yeah, there's all those tarps draped around that bridge as they redo that one. Got this load of paint. If you watched my video about the tires, I even showed you the barrels of paint that I have back here inside the trailer that I'm bringing to Valspar in Pittsburgh, Valspar / Sherwin-Williams. So I guess in the next few months, if you're doing some repainting in and around your house and you're using Sherwin-Williams or Valspar paint, you're welcome. I'm just watching Swift right now trying to back into a spot, and they're all over the place. They're turning the truck way too much. It's frightening. Swift has that reputation for a reason. I think I've told you what Swift stands for before, right? SWIFT. Sure wish I had formal training. So I deliver my load tomorrow in Pittsburgh, 8 o'clock. I'm stopped here at the TA, Wheeling, West Virginia. Normally don't like to stop at this TA because it's a cluster mug. This place is just crazy. But it's the closest to Pittsburgh, still about an hour drive from here in the morning. So I just really wanted to be as close as I could. So here I am tonight, used an Ultra credit to reserve a spot. Again, drivers, watch my video on taking advantage of TA Petro's Ultra 1 points program, and you don't have to pay cash money to reserve these spots. So doing the reserve spot thing doesn't seem so bad, all right? Like I've said in previous videos, I haven't paid cash money for a reserve spot since probably June of last year, thanks to the Ultra credits and making sure I'm up to that Gear 5 every month. It's been hard to get to that Gear 5 the last couple of months. 2 months ago, I could only get to Gear 4. And I may not make it to Gear 5 this month, we'll see. As long as you make it to 4, you get those Ultra credits that you can use for parking, meals, or a shower. So it's a good deal. Anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. I do get your comments. Sometimes it takes me a couple days because I am working. Please like, ring the bell for notifications, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust, clutch out.